Hello, friends and Mystic Moon Maidens. So, I've been wanting to start making a series of videos, about all things, gosh, I don't know, woo, you might want to say. But I didn't really know where to start. A lot of you are on this channel because I do makeup tutorials or whatever else, or just lifestyle fans. But um, I really wanted to touch base about moon cycles, and I just wanted to give kind of a quick video. Like, I'm not going to go too deeply into each moon cycle, but I am going to kind of touch base on it just to give everyone an overview and to hopefully inspire someone to kind of start looking in, because that's what I do. I follow these people, or I listen to something and something sparks in my brain, and then I can like dive more into it and figure more things out. So a little off topic too. For those of you who smudge, I had no idea that there was even such a thing as a juniper smudge. There totally is. I found it on Etsy. And I think like all smudge bundles are a little hard to keep lit, so this is definitely kind of the same here. But I did get it a little smoking. And the difference between juniper and like a regular sage bundle, I guess, is that a sage bundle is really good for clearing negativity out. But juniper not only clears negativity out, but it actually invites positive energy in. So that's what's really special about a juniper bundle. I fell in love with juniper, I want to say back in May, I think, maybe May or June, because I'm a member of Young Living Oils. And every month they give out free stuff for placing your qualifying order. And one of those free oils was juniper. And I had never heard of it. I was just like, oh, let me, and I'm like, oh my God, I fell in love. It was like, I loved the aromatic qualities. I loved the way it smelled. I loved the way it made me feel. I swear I was like flying to the moon every time I used juniper oil. So I freaking love it. And then here I am on Etsy scrolling because I had ran out of smudge sticks and I saw a freaking juniper smudge. So it did come with a little excerpt, and it says, while most smudges clear negative energy, juniper is unique in that it also helps to create a positive, safe, and protective healing space when the negative energy is removed. This makes it a perfect smudge to combine with various traditional sage options. It's made from the leaves of juniper berry, a small evergreen tree used for thousands of years for medicinal purposes. And I got this from www.mayanroseshop.com, but feel free to get them wherever you want to get them or make them yourself. I was dabbling in some smudge bundling myself. I've made a few, but I was making them like super pretty. I don't think I made them tight enough. But like I feel like so many smudge bundles are so freaking tight that they're hard to light. You know what I mean? Like they're hard to stay lit. So go ahead and start a conversation in the comments. Got any tricks for keeping these smudge bundles lit? I've been smudging for years and years and years. But, I notice too, like during certain times or when you really need them, they start really cranking it out. So it kind of all depends, especially if you're like, doing like a tarot reading, or you got somebody's energy that really needs to go. Sometimes they stay lit a little bit better. And I know that once you actually get them going, they stay pretty well, but trying to get them going, like I've actually got to use this one about 4 times, but it's only stayed lit for maybe like 3 minutes at a time, which is fine because it's not like I ever want to use the whole thing up all in one sitting, but sometimes I actually cut them in half. These are a pretty typical size for one, so sometimes I'll you know, cut them in half and see how it goes. But I mean, hell yeah for juniper, right? So let's get right into it. This is a new moon period. This is the new moon. It is September. So for any of you who may be watching this video like way down the road, it is September 2018. 2 days ago was technically the new moon. Now, some of you women, did you know that it is most common for you to start your moon cycle on the new moon? So if you're really in tune with yourself, you can kind of track everything and you can really see how things line up. And I think the best reason to do this is just to know how, like, what you're going to be coping with, how you can use the energy for your best abilities, and just get yourself a beautiful and abundant life, right? So every new moon, I start mine, and then I, go for about 4 days, and I'm just so glad when it's done because I can go back to, wearing what I want to wear. But, as women, you gotta just pay attention, pay attention, like, and you can notice, like, when heavier things come up during certain moon cycles, you kind of have a heavier thing going on and heavier flow. But sorry if I just lost all you guys here. Probably the majority of people watching me are women anyways, but I will probably make a separate video about that. So let's get back to it. The new moon. Not only is it a time for your shedding, but it is a time to set intentions. So that's why I love the new moon. It's like a fresh start, The best thing to do, especially if you want to manifest something, is to start setting those intentions at the new moon. So you can do this by visualizing. This is a great time to meditate, get out your crystals, clear your chakras, take a cleansing bath. Just prepare yourself for the time that's about to be. So during the new moon, and I do have a nice story to tell you about how I manifested my dream car. I manifested my dream car last moon cycle. It was the August corn moon. I'll never forget. That's going to be a whole video in itself, but you can use a little bit of sex magic, people, okay? Manifesting isn't just done with your third eye, and it's not just done with your heart, okay? You can actually use your lower chakras, like your root chakra and your sacral chakra, to manifest, and it can be huge for you. So that will definitely be a video also. But let's go ahead and talk about a little bit of the visualization, because I know not everybody's ready to hear about that sex magic yet. Anyways, so I'm just going to kind of give you a nice little quick way how to get out of your 3D headspace, get into your 5D vibration, and start that manifesting. Okay, so get yourself into a quiet place. And I use a lot of stuff from YouTube. I would just say, look up a guided meditation for clearing your chakras, or a guided meditation for clearing out negativity. What you want to do is kind of get everything out of you, everything that was going on from the last month, just clear it all out and then invite loving in. So I would say spend a little bit of time, like if you're going to spend about 45 minutes doing your new moon meditation, you want to spend the beginning of that time kind of clearing, and then you want to spend the rest of the time inviting in. So great way to do that is get a ritual bath, throw some herbs in there, throw some basil, some Himalayan pink salt, maybe some rose petals if you have it. Put your crystals around. If you have some obsidian or some rose quartz, you can never go wrong with rose quartz. You can never go wrong with amethyst. Just kind of have those around you and kind of just visualize the white light cleansing your spirit, cleansing your aura. If you have a sage bundle or even a juniper bundle, have that smoking away for you too. And just kind of lay there and just get relaxed and just, let things go. Let your stress go. You can even visualize this. If you can visualize it, even better. Like, you're sitting there and you just visualize that dark smoke just coming out of you, dissipating into the air, and send it up to the universe. It's not your problem anymore. You don't need that. You don't want it. You want to start new. So get yourself all cleansed and all ready to go. I like to do my meditating laying down. Some people like to sit Indian style and, have their stuff going here. And I like to lay there. I like to lay there, preferably have a window open so I can kind of connect with the universe too. But I mean, obviously when it's cold, you can't do that. I have my one window is angled in such a way that depending on the time of the moon, I can literally have the moonlight shining right into my crown chakra. And I just sit there and I just have it running right through my crown all the way through out my feet and then just like back in and out. And you can use visualization for that also. So as long as you're just feeling it and envisioning, you're good. Once you're into that space, a lot of people refer to that space as the vortex. Once you get into the vortex, what you're going to do is take a snapshot, like pretend you're just taking a picture with your head. So you're going to take that picture in your head and you're going to just picture it there. And then you're going to send it up to the universe. And while you're sending it up, you're going to feel how you would feel when you have the thing you're trying to manifest. So if you're going to feel happy, then feel happy. I was so happy thinking about what I was manifesting that it'll bring tears to your eyes. And a lot of time when you're in the vortex, your eyes get a little watery, you get tingly. You just feel so good. There's no pain there. There's no pain. Even if you laid down and you could start feeling pain, that's all going to be gone when you're in 5D. So that's what you're going to do with the new moon. Then you're going to take the steps that you need. Like, you're not just going to sit around. You're going to think, what can I do to keep working towards this? So as the moon gets bigger, you are also going to be working towards the goal. And you can just harness that energy, keep it going. Just keep it going. And it's not like every single day you got to do some intense work. If you can do something every day, then that's probably best. But sometimes we're tired and whatever else. The main thing to just keep focused on is that feeling that you have. So just remember that good feeling. Remember that good feeling of you with your, whatever it is. And then try to keep that feeling going. And the universe may test you, something might start getting you mad or annoying you, and you just need to just brush it off and just stay in your 5D vibration. Because the more you're there, then the universe is going to be noticing, hey, maybe she is ready. Maybe she's ready, So that's something that you do at the new moon. You set your intentions, okay? So when you're working back up, and of course, then when the moon becomes full, that is a great time to just make the reality that you want come to life. Full moons are full of so much energy. Some are better than others. God. So just from recollection, the strawberry moon is so good. I mean, there was like a 4-day span of just beautiful energy. I mean, it was like an orgasmic flow running through your body, like during day, during night. I mean, that was just freaking, that was a delicious, loving energy moon. I cannot wait. Um, and the buck moon, fuck buck. The buck moon is the one that like brought up all of the past. I mean, and it's necessary to do that sometimes. Sometimes you have to feel these uncomfortable, shitty feelings so that you can recognize them and clear them once and for all. So the buck moon, I mean, I was crying. I was reliving traumas from my past that I had just forgotten about. You know, all that stuff kind of came up. And I was like, it was like a whole weekend long, you know. I was drinking, I was getting into my feelings. I was just talking about it so I could finally clear it, and like, you know, finally I cleared it and it felt really good to get rid of all that stuff, and it was like a weight was gone. But you know, be mindful of that. Certain moons do certain things too. So if you're ever wondering why you feel a certain way, I mean, start going with the moon cycles here. It's gonna kind of tell you, oh, this is why I feel this way, and this is how I can do to feel better. This is what I can do to kind of deal with this and recognize things and help with the healing. So, like, I knew when that buck moon came, I was ready. You know, I was ready to go ahead and have these feelings that I had. I knew it would go away after a few days. And I knew that if I wanted to finally feel free and clear of stuff, I just had to, you know, sit in my poopy diaper, as some of these life coaches say. You know, sit in it, recognize the feeling, recognize that it's shitty. Talk about it, cry it out, get it out, just get it out, you know, get it out, and then you can move along. So, not all moons have been that intense. Most moons are just full of good energy. They can fill you up. You know, during a full moon, I like to go after what I was manifesting. So I had a plan. When the new moon was there, I set the intentions, had the plan going. I will make a separate video all about that because it was freaking magical. So yeah, bathe in that light. Let the light in. Go outside if you can. Sit in it. Let the moon fill you up, you know, like open up your heart chakra and just get the moonlight in there. You can make moon water. My family really loves when I make moon water. I try to do it every full moon. If it's intense enough to do. Like, there's been a few moons that are a little bit like weaker than others, but typically you can get some really, really good energy for at least 3 days, maybe a fourth. Get your crystals out. Now, of course, which moon do you want? Like, I kept my crystals away from the buck moon because I didn't want them picking up any of that shit, you know, but like when you put your crystals out to charge, make sure that you're really loving the energy, because then it's going to last you, and then every time that you hold them, you're going to just feel that feel the positive energy that you had it infused with. So this is selenite, if anybody's wondering. And I just read about what it does, but this one actually is very unique in the fact that if you put it with another crystal, this one actually amplifies what the other crystal is doing. So it's great on its own. It gets rid of negativity, and kind of like the juniper, it gets rid of negativity, but also invites loving energy into you. So I like this one. Selenite's a good one. Plus, it's gorgeous, isn't it? I actually got this for some womb healing. You can actually like get into some certain things like through your belly button. That'll be another video. This is rose quartz. This is white howlite. This is opalite, and I think I couldn't remember this is blue. I think I'm going to be wrong when I say it's blue iolite. Anyways, if anybody knows what this is offhand, I'm not so great at remembering all of the stones, but then sometimes I'll look them up. Like, I know when I order them and when I research them, I'm like, oh, I need this stone. And then I look it up, I get it, and then I forget the name. But I know it's something. You know how that goes. But anyway, so full moon. Yeah, charge your crystals. Make your intentions come true. So if you set the intention at the new moon, then during the full moon, you're going to go do it. You're going to just go do the thing. You're going to go after what it is that you want. If it's just as simple as you like getting in your car, driving somewhere, going and doing it, then go do it. Or like, you know, stop hesitating or waiting around. Like, put some action into your step to get you closer to your manifestation. So like, you know, whatever it is you're trying to do, just do it. You know, if you're in direct sales and you're trying to recruit people to your team, like, start making conversations with people, start reaching out, you know. And if you're a life coach and you want to you know, get people to join your group or to sign up with your course, you know, start putting some action into it. Make an advertisement, chart out your course. How's it going to go? I'm going to be getting into running my own course soon. So I'm going to be putting some work into that. I set my manifestation during yesterday, the day before, today, tomorrow. This is all considered the new moon period. So I have some stuff ordered up. I'm going to start thinking about you know, what I need to do, gathering information, kind of like write down what I'm going to do during this course that I'm offering so that I can give people a clearly laid out plan. Hey, you're going to learn this, this, and this during my course, so that they can be prepared and see if it's something they want. And I'm just going to keep working towards that by working on myself and just keep moving in the right path, you know? So you might want to stay following me for that. If you guys are wondering where else you can find me, check out my Instagram because I'm pretty active on there a lot too, and that's Glam Savage 3, but it's Glam period Savage period 3. You're obviously watching me on YouTube. This is Sassy Rockstar 3. I have another channel that I dedicate to my makeup stuff. So if you're digging this lipstick, you know, the lip sense doesn't smudge. Today I swatched all the blue. You can check me out on my other YouTube channel, Empress of Glam. So I think we got the new moon taken care of. We got the full moon taken care of. Like, there's really no limit to what you can do during a full moon. I know for myself, I just want to be out there. I mean, just fill your, like, at the very least, if you're just new to this and you don't know what to do, just get out there and get yourself in the light, you know? Just get that light going into you. You can hold your hands up. You can, like, open up your heart space in your hands. A little side note, did you know that you actually have 5 hearts, not just one? So yeah, you got the one right here, but you actually have one right in here, and then same deal with your feet. So, you know, open up to the light, let it in, just be in it. I love doing exercises out in the full moonlight. And you know what? I don't need to sleep when there's a full moon. I am on fire. I'm up till 3 in the morning, sometimes 4 in the morning, like just enjoying the energy. Sometimes you can find me out in my backyard or in my neighbor's yard because I'll like follow depending where the trees are. I'm like following to get directly under the moon. Um, just being one with the earth, being one with the little creatures that are out there. Gosh, I remember during the strawberry moon, that was the best. It was just me, my kitty, and a little possum friend, and we were all just sitting there in like a hollowed out space in like my neighbor's woods, and the moon was just shining on us, and we were just sitting there, all three of us, just drinking it up, you know? And so that's always a great thing to do. I love getting out in my backyard or wherever and just, do some yoga poses. You don't have to know like what you're doing, just start exercising, start stretching, and just kind of feel good and just try to be filled with gratitude for where you are in life and, just looking forward to the many blessings that are going to come. So that gets us into the waning moon. After the moon is full, it's going to go away, it's going to fade away. And that's kind of a good period of time. You may feel tired during that time. I notice it's almost like a come down, you know what I mean? You're high and then you got to come down. Like it's just inevitable that that's going to happen. But it's a good time to just kind of reflect. If you're trying to do some spell work, the waning moon is a perfect time to like cut ties with someone, do binding spells, get rid of something. Like you got to think, waning moon, the moon is going away. So what you don't want, you can make it go away during that time. That's the best time to do that. When the moon's filling, you want to fill, when the moon's waning, you want to get rid of. So you can just kind of remember that. But yeah, so once, and you're going to get about 4 days out of a waning moon until it's just completely gone. And I feel like I am extra tired, probably at the very end because it's like there's nothing there. There's nothing left, You just want to reflect, you want to kind of relax. Just, if you're going to do meditations during that time, focus on gratitude. Just be, focus on like just gratitude for the abundance that you've received and for everything you've got to learn and do on the full moon. And then you're going to have a new opportunity soon. One more thing for ladies about the full moon. If you're on a moon cycle, you will be ovulating during the full moon. So if you feel the cramps during the full moon, if you feel, a little bloating or whatever, that's because you're ovulating on the full moon, and that means you're going to get your cycle on the new moon. So, this does not apply to people who are on artificial birth control. So, if you're on that, I'm sorry for you. It's really bad stuff. Nightmares. So, that's a whole nother thing in itself. You may want to think about some of that, especially if you're trying to get in touch with yourself. I know sometimes there's just no other options, but, if there is other options, maybe try to explore those. So hopefully you guys got some information out of this video. We touched on the new moon, the full moon, and the waning moon. So, yeah. And of course, every subject can be dove into deeper and deeper and deeper, going down the rabbit hole. But I think this was a good first video to start talking about moon cycles and what you can do. So yeah, I'm just really, really feeling good here with the new moon energy. some intentions that I set, I definitely want to add to my LipSense team because we are killing it. And yeah, I plan to be a six-figure earner and have financial freedom. So I'm going to keep moving in that direction. I'm going to keep moving in the direction of healing and life coaching and, glam. So that's just all it is, Of course, trying to keep my family in check too, but you can only control yourself. That's what I've learned, especially with having 6 kids and a husband. Um, you can't control what other people choose to do, even when you guide them in the right direction. So I really, really try hard not to get mad. And sometimes I do just get really annoyed, and then at that point, I say, "You know what? I don't want everybody bringing me down. I don't wanna be brought down by something like this." So then I try to walk away and, just refresh myself and just, "Hey, you know what? I don't need your negative energy on me. I don't need this. Um, I don't want it and I don't need it." So, that's been helpful, just learning different ways to kind of just keep cool, calm, and collected because flipping out does no good. And then, as a person who used to flip out, watching someone else flip out, you're like, damn, that's just ridiculous. Like, chill the fuck out, dude, And then you're kind of like, at one point, you're going to get to where, like, guess what? I don't live like this anymore. So I don't want this around me. Like, you need to just protect your space, protect your energy. If you are, it's hard. Well, I mean, with kids, you really don't have a choice. But I mean, if it's a spouse or something or a boyfriend, and they are constantly putting negative energy into your surroundings, you may need to have a serious talk with them. I kind of told mine, like, hey, look, I'm on my healing journey. I'm not going to tolerate certain behaviors anymore. So if you can't get with it, then you can get the fuck out, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, some people say it nicer than that, but it's kind of what it is. Like, I'm not going to be brought down by negativity and dysfunction anymore. Like, I'm just not. So, of course, there's going to be days here and there. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Very much far from it. But I do know that if I'm not feeling how I want to be feeling, that it's my responsibility. I have to be the one to, get myself feeling better. And I am not going to allow outside influences to bring me down. And if somebody's attitude or somebody's rudeness or their lack of caring or their lack of doing anything is like starting to bring me down, then you may need to start putting more boundaries up. And you will notice as you get farther along your self-healing journey, your awakening journey, your Kundalini journey, that you are going to lose touch with some people, and that is going to be for your benefit. So, you need to just bid them adieu, say, peace, send them off with some love, and just be glad that they're leaving your life because you have a lot of blessings ahead coming to you if you can just get yourself in the right headspace for that. So that's kind of what I'm doing, I'm just trying to keep myself in the right headspace, trying to keep myself in the right heart space. It's different with family, but sometimes it's like really hard to tolerate some people's negativity, and you just at some point you're going to have to just make the decision. Do I want you around me, and do I want your negativity to affect me, or do you choose peace? Because I'm choosing peace. I'm choosing happiness. I'm choosing peace. I'm choosing healing. I'm trying to basically reverse all the dysfunction and all the bullshit from, when I had to come onto this earth. So I think that's what a lot of us are being called to do, because it seems like more and more there's a lot of people who are resonating with a lot of this stuff. So thanks for watching my video. I do want to keep coming out with more videos. I hope these videos are helpful. I want to help people. I want to start running courses. In the meantime, I will leave you with a couple people that I love watching and listening to. Victor Odo has been awesome. He's right here on YouTube. The last name is spelled Oddo. I thought it was Otto first, but it's Odo, I think. So listen to him. He's got like the best advice ever. Every once in a while, I'll listen to Abraham Hicks. I don't know. She's not my favorite person to listen to, but I do like it. I mean, I do like her. I do like some of the advice that she gives, especially about getting yourself into the vortex. And she really kind of drills it into your head like you are the only person holding you back. And then the other lady that I really love, and I can't even remember her name, so that's not much help, is it? But I will look her up and I will mention her on one of my next videos. And she's really good too if you're a twin flame. She's got some really good insight for dealing with a twin flame relationship. So, I mean, I have a twin flame relationship. I'm actually married to my twin flame. It's been 7 years since it's almost been, yeah, the end of this month will be 7 years since since I met my twin flame, and all this crazy shitstorm has happened to me. Before that, I was pretty just 3D level ignorance, depression, not loving myself, not loving life, just bogged down by dysfunction and negativity. And if you're a twin flame, you know that when you meet your twin flame, that is like a life-changing moment. And from then on, your life will never be the same. And if you don't take action to heal yourself, after meeting them, then it's going to be like a continued shitstorm. And it's been 7 years and I'm just kind of like, hey, I'm done with the shitstorm. So like either we're elevating to 5D union or we're done, and I'm fine with that either way. So that's what it is. I think at some point everybody has to make that decision. So here I am, and let me know. Let me know what you think, what helps you, and have a blessed new moon cycle. More videos to come. All right. Thanks. Bye.